How are we doing, VC stroke MC? Hope you're all doing well. Mr. Boulder here back. And yeah, tonight's subject is going to be ranking the third albums from the Thrash Metal Big Four. As always, before I get started, cheers to everyone who likes, comments, subscribes, all that good stuff. You know, it's very much appreciated, and thanks for watching as always. So yeah, the third album's from the Big Four of Thrash Metal. Before I get started, there are no bad albums here. Whichever comes in last isn't a bad album. It's not as good as the others, and there's some great albums here. When I did the countdown for the second albums, I found that really tough to separate them. This one, however, not at all. I absolutely knew what the order was going to be before I've even started. But like I say, still great albums. So without any further ado, let's get into which I think is the weakest of these albums. First up today is Megadeth, So Far So Good So What. For quite a long time, I didn't think this album was that great, I must say. I've always enjoyed it, but I always thought it was pretty weak compared to the others. I did, however, revisit it a couple of months back from start to finish, and actually forgot just how good it is, actually. I think I was a bit harsh on it in the past. I got this for Christmas in 1988 on a cassette. So this was my first Megadeth album. OG press on Capitol Records. Yeah, for Christmas '88, I got this. Metallica's and Justice for All, and Anthrax's State of Euphoria. So already, only after really been into music for about a year, I was stepping up through the gears from glam metal to thrash. And this is really, really good. Yeah, it kicks off with Into the Lungs of Hell, an instrumental. If you're a guitar player, it's guitar porn. The solos, the first solo that comes in after the intro, I just love. There's loads of sort of muted notes in it that are picked really fast, which is something that I love in a guitar solo. Then it goes straight into Set the World on Fire, or Set the World Afire, I should say. It's like a radio effect, and then the sound of a bomb coming down, and kicks in with another amazing riff. Fantastic song. However, side one things take a little bit of a dive. Their cover of the Sex Pistols, Anarchy in the UK. I don't mind, it's pretty good, but it's a bit unnecessary. I personally would have rather heard another original track, but there we are. And then side one finishes with Mary Jane. Again, don't dislike it. It's a good song, but it doesn't quite hold up to the some of the quality of the other songs on this album. It was actually released as a single as well. Side 2 kicks off with 502, which I think, judging by the lyrics, is about driving fast cars. A good way to kick off side 2. And then the second track, probably one of Megadeth's best songs, In My Darkest Hour. 6+ minutes, fantastic song, which is about the unfortunate passing of Metallica bassist Cliff Burton, of course, Dave's old bandmate. Everything about that song's amazing, brilliant stuff. The best song on the album. Then it goes on to Liar, which I think is about former guitar player Chris Poland. Really, really good song. Some nice sort of vicious sounding vocals from Dave in that. And then it ends with Hook in Mouth, probably the weakest song on side 2, but a song that I still really enjoy. So that's the last position on the third albums from the Big Four. Megadeth, So Far So Good So What from 1988. Not a bad album in the slightest. Pretty good, but just not quite as good as what's about to be shown afterwards. But yeah, there we go. That's the fourth one. Third, I'm going with Anthrax's Among the Living. Probably the best Anthrax album. Brilliant stuff. Picked this up a couple of years ago, I think. Printed in a sleeve. lyrics and photos. OG Press on, I think this is Ireland Records. Is it Ireland? Megaforce Worldwide, actually. Great album, really, really good. Yeah, I think it's Anthrax's best, personally. What was I going to say? This is, they started off with obviously metal thrashing mad. They got better with Spreading the Disease, and then they really hit top gear with this one. It's just fantastic. Obviously the same lineup that recorded Spreading the Disease. This is packed with songs that they still play live to this day, and quite a few of them as well. Classic songs, thrash anthems as far as I'm concerned. Among the Living, then Corner Mosh, probably my favourite song on the album. I'm the Law, brilliant stuff. NFL, A Skeleton in the Closet, one of those deeper cuts, which I think is one. It certainly for me anyway, one of my favourite songs on the album. That side A is absolutely killer. Nothing bad there whatsoever. Side B, Indians, One World, and then the last two, ADR Horror of Life and Imitation of Life. Good songs, not quite as good as the rest of it, but this is still an outstanding release. You know, absolutely essential to any thrash metal collection. Definitely Anthrax's best album. Great performances from everyone. Definitely the best album as far as I'm concerned. And that's the third place. Anthrax's Among the Living from 1987. So top two. As far as I'm concerned, some of the best thrash metal records ever made. But for number two, I'm going to go with Slayer's Rain in Blood. Again, no thrash metal album collection is complete without this beast. This is absolutely killer. I think I read somewhere that when they demoed this album, it clocked in at about 28-29 minutes. When it was recorded, I think it only lasted about 26. I played it so fast. Inner Sleeve, Def Jam Records, lyrics. Classic Def Jam label there. Quite funny actually, Slayer being on Def Jam, because a lot of hip hop artists were on Def Jam back in the day. Rick Rubin behind them, I think. Well, he was definitely behind this, producing this one. Amazing album. It's just a punch to the face the whole way through it. You know, it just doesn't let up. It's just relentless. Song after song. It's all fast. There's no sort of slow stuff. It's just outstanding. Angel of Death, Piece by Piece. Necrophobic, Altar of Sacrifice. Brilliant song. Jesus Saves. Great stuff. Side A, all good stuff. Side B kicks off with Criminally Insane. Then you got Reborn. And then the last three, Epidemic, Postmortem, and the title track, Rain in Blood. Just bang, bang, bang. Great song after great song after great song. Fantastic riffs on this. I'm not going to lie, for me, Slayer-wise, when it comes to solos, never anything sort of really memorable. It's a load of really sort of fast solos. But the songs are great, and that's what's important. Title track, the riff, just a classic metal riff. Brilliant stuff. Angel of Death, another song with fantastic riffs. No thrash metal playlist is complete without Angel of Death being on there, or the title track from this album. Absolutely outstanding. Just 26 minutes of brutal thrash metal that does not let up. You know, the foot's to the floor the whole way through this album. Absolutely fantastic. I think probably Seasons in the Abyss is my favourite Slayer album. This is a close second. Outstanding stuff from 1986, Slayer's Rain in Blood. Amazing stuff. So obviously that's giving away the number one. The number one for me is One of the best heavy metal albums ever recorded. Probably the best thrash metal album ever made. It's just absolutely outstanding. There's I just can't say enough good things about it. Absolutely amazing. Of course, it's Metallica's Master of Puppets. Here's an OG press from back in the day. I've learned to play about 3 of these songs for a covers band that I'm in. We did learnt Master of Puppets, and we did Disposable Heroes and Damage Incorporated, and they're challenging songs on the picking hand, it has to be said. There's Yinna there with the photos and the lyrics. OG Press on Music Explanations. A perfect album, no doubt about it. Everything about this album is absolutely amazing. The musicianship's fantastic. Nice lyrics. I like James's vocals. He was definitely getting better with regards to the vocals. You know, stepped up his game from the Kill 'Em All days. Fantastic release. Here's a reissue from a few years ago. Obviously, front and back's exactly the same. Kicks off with Battery. What a way to start an album. Perfect way to start an album. Here's the label on this reissue. Great stuff. Title track, 8 minutes of absolute perfection. Brutal riffs. Nice little breakdown, quiet part in the middle before it kicks back in. The third track, A Thing That Should Not Be, is one of my favourites. So heavy. I think it's tuned down to drop D. And the rest of the album's probably in standard tuning. A good friend of mine though, Paul, who plays drums in my band, strongly disagrees. Thinks it's rubbish, and I just can't disagree more. Sorry, Paul, but I absolutely love The Thing That Should Not Be. Amazing stuff. Side that closes with Sanitarium. A great song, obviously. It's probably my least favourite on the album, and a lot of people love it, but for me it's my least favourite. Lovely picture disc edition here. I picked up a couple of years ago. But side B kicks off with Disposable Heroes, which is just an outstanding song, 8.5 minutes long of just brutal thrash. Amazing riffs. Then it's Leper Messiah next. Outstanding stuff. It's back with picture disc. Then we got Orion, another sort of 8-minute song, just an instrumental. Brilliant musical riffage in Orion, and then it finishes with the absolutely outstanding Damage Incorporated, which is probably my favourite song on the entire album. I can't say enough good things about this. This is a desert island disc for me. Absolutely essential. Everything about it is fantastic. Great songs, great lyrics, great performances from everyone. Absolutely essential stuff. If you're a young person getting into metal, then this is one of the first albums you need to pick up, in my opinion. Absolutely brilliant. Can't say enough good things about it. Yeah, that's my number one, Metallica's Master of Puppets, and this would be number one on a lot of lists. Just amazing. An absolutely outstanding album. Unfortunately, the last album to feature the fantastic Cliff Burton. He died during the tour, obviously. I think he was only 24. Absolutely tragic that he passed away at such a young age. Yeah, such a shame. A couple of friends of mine actually, I think, saw them literally about a week before the crash that killed him. They were playing in London and they went and saw him and got to meet him, and then only about a week, 10 days later, he was gone. An absolute tragedy, you know. It's right up there with the passing of Dimebag Darrell with regards to heavy metal. Cliff Burton passing away. So sad, but everyone remembers him, and he lives on through his fantastic music. Metallica's Master of Puppets from 1986. Absolutely essential. Right, guys, that is all for this week. Thank you very much for watching, if you made it to the end. If you like the vids, please subscribe. It's very much appreciated. Like, comment, get in touch. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with my list, or do you have a different list? Let me know. Thank you very much. Yeah, happy Christmas to everyone, because I won't be doing another video until after Christmas Day. So happy Christmas to you all. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time. All right, guys, look after yourselves. Goodbye.